Good day, everyone. My name is Ata Good. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, I teach sewing tutorials and DIY craft. So, on today's edition, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a basic bodice pattern. With a basic bodice pattern, you can make any outfit yourself you want, be it a gown, a blouse, or a jacket for yourself or for someone. So, I'll be making use of this. Okay. I will start from this. The measurement will start with the shoulder, 15 inches. The bust circle, measurement around your bust, 33 inches. The neck measurement I'll be using 4 inch by 3, that's 4 inch depth, and the width will be 4 inch, then the depth will be 3 inch. Then my bust point is 9 inches. The chest or armhole line will be 8. My half length or waist length will be 15. My waist circumference, that's measurement around my waist, will be 26. My hip length, that's from my shoulder to where my hip length will be 24. Then my hip circumference, the measurement around my hip circumference will be 24. So you're going to fold your fabric into two, or your pattern paper. So you fold it into two like this. Then measure half an inch from this edge, from this beginning side, half an inch here, half an inch there. That half an inch will serve as your shoulder line or your basics, or your starting point, anywhere you want to call it. Yeah. Then the next measurement you're going to take will be your bust point. The bust point I'll be making use of is 9 inches from this line, not here, but from this line you marked here. You measure 9 inches. That's our bust point, 9 inches. Then our half length is 15 inches. You mark it. Then our hip line is 14 inches and 24 inches rather. So you repeat all these lines here: 9 inches, 15 inches, 24 inches. Then you join all your lines together like this. So the next thing you're going to measure now, you go back, you come up to this other end and measure your chest or armhole circumference. The chest circumference armhole I'll be using 8 inches. But on my normal armhole circumference, armhole line I normally use is 7. I add extra 1. How did I get that 7? You divide your bust circumference by 6 plus 1.5. That is the basic one. Then it's advisable for you to add extra 1 inch for ease, because by the time you cut down your shoulder slope, it's going to minus by 1. So when you minus by 1 and you didn't add that extra 1 inch, it's going to be tight and you won't have ease around your armhole. So I'll be making use of 8, of which my normal chest line is 7. So but I'm making use of 8. Add extra 1, join it here, 8, connect the lines. Then back to our shoulder line, I'll be using the neck. I'll be using the neck width of 4 inches. But first of all, the basic neck width for an adult is 3 inches. For every adult is 3 inches. But I will make use of you can mark 4, mark 5, depending on how wide you want it to be. Then my shoulder measurement divided by 2 is my shoulder measurement is 15 inches. So when I divide it by 2, you will get 7.5. 7.5. This is 7.5. So because I'll be adding sleeve to it, so I need extra half an inch so that I'll be able to sew my sleeve. When I attach my sleeve, it will land exactly on 15 inches. But if in case you want to make a sleeveless cloth, you can just leave it at exact 7 inches. So we add here. When I add half an inch, it will not be 8. Then I'll come back to this my armhole line and measure my first shoulder measurement, which was 7.5 here. I will now bring it 7.5 here. So let's join the line. So when you're joining the line, you not join. This is 7.5. Remember, this is extra half an inch, but here it's exact 7.5. So you join from 7.5 to your 8 inches up here. This is what I mean. Not this way, but this way, because I want to add a sleeve to it. So, but if I don't want to add it, I can just rule it straight. So, like that. So from here, you come down by 1 inch. This here, come down by 1 inch and join this line to this line. So because our shoulder is not straight, it's slopey, so you always come down by 1 inch. This is called the shoulder slope. Come down by 1 inch. Then the neck depth I'll make it of 3. 3 is okay. You can use 4, you can use 12 depending on how wide you want it to be, but I'll be using 3. And I want to make a U-neck. So like I measured here is 4. So I'll also come down here and measure 4. Then join these lines together this way. Then if you have a French curve, you can just use it and curve it, but if you don't have, you can easily do a freehand sketch just from here. Join it to this place. Join it well. You can create any design you want here. Any design you want at this neck place, you can just play around here. So so right now let's create our the sleeve pattern. So the front side is always, it comes in deeper, while the back armhole is different from the front one. So what I mean is the back armhole, like, it's not as deep as, it won't come as deep as the front one will come in. Let me explain better. Let me just do what I'm trying to let you here. So from here to here now is 7. That's, remember, that was my exact armhole circumference divided by 2. That's what I mean by 7 here. So this 7 here is, the 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So this is the 3.5, the midpoint here. Then you come in by half an inch. Let's say half an inch is here. Half an inch. You can come in by 3/4 inch, as is by your choice, but half an inch is okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Ata Good. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, I teach sewing tutorials and DIY craft. So on today's edition, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a basic bodice pattern. With a basic bodice pattern, you can make any outfit yourself you want, be it a gown, a blouse, or a jacket for yourself or for someone. So I'll be making use of this. Okay. I will start from this. The measurement of start with is the shoulder, 15 inches. The bust circle, measurement around your bust, 33 inches. The neck measurement I'll be using 4 inch by 3. That's 4 inch depth, and the width will be 4 inch. Then the depth will be 3 inch. Then my bust point is 9 inches. The chest or armhole line will be 8. My half length or waist length will be 15. My waist circumference, that's measurement around my waist, will be 26. My hip length, that's from my shoulder to where my hip length will be 24. Then my hip circumference, the measurement around my hip circumference will be 24. 4. Why are dividing it by 4? Because remember, this thing is divided, you folded it into 2, and your back also be folded into 2. So whatever you're doing, you divide it by 4. This has this now. So my bust was that my 33 bust circumference 33 inches divided by 4. I will have 8.25. So this is my 8.25. This is my 8.25. But I normally like to add half an inch or extra 1 inch. So I will add extra 1 inch to it. So I added extra 1 inch to it. Then from here, then you mark a line. From this place, you join it to this shoulder slope here. See, you have joined it to this shoulder slope. Then you join this place to this line here. You can do with your French curve if you have, but if you don't have, there's always a way. There's always a way to go about it. So see it, that's easy as anything. That is the front. This is the front armhole. You see, it goes in deeper here. So for the back armhole, the only thing you just do is just to join from this edge to this edge, just like this. From this edge, this place, then this line will be stressed there. You're not going to curve in anything, just this. That's the way. So this is how we're done with our front and our back armhole line. Waist measurement, my waist measurement, the circumference around my waist is 26. So that 26 divided by 4 is 6.5. Here is 6.5. Then my hip circumference is 34. That 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5. So here is 8.5. Here is 8.5. So you join it from this edge, from this edge here, this armhole line to the waist, then to the hip. Yeah, you're partly done. So you can just, if you're sewing with an elastic material, a very stretchy material that I don't need that, so I don't need extra sewing similar allowance, you can just trace it, cut it out, and then add your sewing allowance for sewing and add your hemming allowance here. You can add extra 1 or 2 inches there, then you cut down. So, but in case you want to add a dart to it, so what to determine the dart, you always come from this bust point, you come down by 1 inch. 1 inch is here. Then from your hip line, you come up by 3 inches or 2 inches, but I normally come up by 3. It's okay by me. So from here, you determine your bust span, as in nipples, the distance between one nipple to the another. So mine is normally 7 inches divided by 7 inches. So if you divide it by 2, it's 3.5 plus half an inch sewing allowance. This half an inch sewing allowance is very, very necessary. It's very, very important. Please don't forget it. It's very important. Half an inch. So it's now 4 instead of 3.5. 4 inch there. You come to this place, measure your 4 inch. Remember this line is 1 inch down from our bust point. So you join all the lines together. So please, if you are just doing that, so just scroll down, just shift it back so that you could catch up with the things we've done so far. So this type of dart is actually called the waist dart. So it makes your weight to go in deeper. It gives extra shape to any outfit you want to make. So I'll be adding I'll be taking half 1 inch, that is half an inch this side, half an inch this side for the dart, half an inch here, half an inch here. Then you join the lines this way, this, then down to this our new upper hip, and you can call it the upper hip line anyway. So that is it for the darts. So it's always necessary, this is very, very important, please pay keen attention. Whatever you took in from here, make sure you replace it at this place. So we are going to have a new line here. So because of this darts, you're going to replace whatever you took in at this waist, and you have to add it to this place. So remember, we took it, this is half an inch, so this is 1 inch. So you replace the 1 inch here. This is now our new waist line. So just join the lines again. You can leave the hip line, or you can just run it through. So that is it. So while cutting on your fabric, or if you're already cutting on your fabric, please measure out extra 1 inch, extra 1 to 2 inches here for seaming allowance. It is very, very important. And also extra 1 inch or 2 inches for hemming allowance. Please do not forget that. So I will have to cut this out now, then so that we'll be able to cut the back pattern. Remember, add extra half an inch while cutting, so that when you are joining it together, because when you join exactly on this line, your armhole line is going to shorten. So to avoid all that stress, you just add extra half an inch while cutting. So I'm not going to cut the neck pattern here, so I'll cut it when I'm done drafting the back piece. Like this. Yeah, you are done with that. Then if you notice, I didn't cut my front piece immediately, so I had to wait. I just cut the back piece. So when I'm done drafting the back pattern of the cloth, I will now cut my front. Your material is folded into two. Assume this is my material, so fold it into two like this, and place. Okay, place it. So actually, if you are not going to add zip to your cloth, so you can just place it like this. Make sure that the two edges are equal at the same place, then you just cut. So but if you want to add zip, measure out extra 1 inch here. It's very important. Extra 1 inch or half an inch, depending on how big your material is, you just want to manage it, so just do it. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll make use of only half an inch, so that I'll be able to get what I want. So measure it. Always measure. If you're not that smart in like using your eye to determine what exactly it is, just measure. So it's half an inch. Measure half an inch down. So just take your time. You're not rushing. You're not going anywhere. It's what you do. It's your business. So you join the lines together. That is where this is your zip. The zip allowance from here. you place your front pattern like this, then you trace it out. Trace here from the shoulder, come down this way, armhole line, remember always add extra half an inch here when you're cutting on your main fabric. So you will remember you also need to add that to the back piece. So this, remember, this is your your waist measurement. You extend it here, extend it. So this is our bust point, so you come down by extra 1 inch. This is our main bust point. This is our shoulder line. Then our hip, remember it's here. So I'll take it out, then take this out now, then I'll determine that. So this is the back piece. So like I said, we cut the dart for the back piece now. So remember this was a bust point line from the front pattern. So okay, let me go through the measurements again. Remember, this is our bust point line, this is our half waist line, this is our hip line 24. So our bust point line is 9 inches. So when sewing the dart for the back piece, you can just add 1 inch or 1 inch upper, go up, as in like you come up by 1 inch or 2 inches. So maybe let's do 1 inch. So remember 8. So remember this 8 is our armhole circumference. So if you cannot remember adding 1 inch, just mark where your armhole line is in the front piece so that you'll be able to get it. So this is where our new dart will start from. So let's measure our back dart, so measure 4 inches, not from this edge, but from this half an inch you measure. This line, you don't do anything here, this is just marked out for the zip. So from here you measure 4 inches, 4 inches here. This is our waistline, remember, don't forget, 4 inches. Then remember we came up by 3 inches from our hip line. So our hip line, this is 24. 1 2 3. So this is it. So you measure your 4 inches there. Can I see this way? Then okay, let me just connect this waistline so that it shouldn't be confusing. This is our waist line. So for that, that's also there. Remember we took half an inch from both sides. So you replace, mark half an inch here also. Then you join the lines. So in case you want to learn or know how to make different types of dart placement, just let me know at the description or the comment section so that I will upload a video on how to make different dart. Because you see some dart that run from the shoulder to down the hip line exactly, so it depends. So they all have different names and different techniques on how to achieve them. So no need of adding extra 1 inch. We already replaced it in our front pattern, so you just need to cut it out. Then while cutting on your main fabric, I repeat, that extra 1 to 2 inches here and down here. So For the neck depth I'll be using for this back piece, I need a high neck. So my high neck just like 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inches, depending on your measurement. If you want it to be the exact same 3 with the front one, depending on what you want, that is okay for you. But for me, 1 inch is okay for me. So remember, this was what we got from. So you join it from this line. Join it. There's no special techniques over this one. Just join it there. So when you join it, you cut. But we'll go back to the front piece to cut the armhole. So you just cut out this one. Yes, and this is it. So remember, we folded our fabric into 2. So we need to divide this line, divide the center of this of the pattern this way. Be careful while cutting, please be careful. Please be careful because you want the both sides to be equal. Please, I repeat, be careful. Yeah, so this is it. This is it. This is the other side of the back armhole. This is the other side of the back armhole. So it's always 2. Make sure it's always 2 while cutting on your main fabric. It's always 2, the back piece. Then back to our front pattern. So now let's cut. Remember, we've not cut the front neckline and the armhole, so that's what we're going to do now. We cut it. Like I said, you can make any design of your choice here. It depends on whatever you want or what your customer wants. You cut it out, then this cut out the front armhole line. And that is it. Remember, we folded it into 2, so we are going to open it now to see. Like I said, let me refresh again. Make sure you add extra inches here and extra inches here for your hemming allowance and your sewing allowance. So this is what we have. This is the front piece. This is it. Then this is our, remember our neck. This is the back one. Our front piece. Our back piece. So this is what we have. This is the outcome. The front. This is the front piece. This is the back piece. So please, if you are just joining us, you're welcome to the family. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and share with your friends. And also the information I gave earlier, if you want to know how to make the darts, different types of darts, so please let me know on the comment section. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.